Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be taking a look at a hookah. This is the Oduman, I think that's how you say it, Oduman glass hookah. This is the N5z Junior, as that label states. So it's a little bit different than what you would normally see in a hookah, which is the reason I bought it. I thought it was a kind of cool looking device. So let's jump right into it. I'm just going to go in I'm going to go start with what was in the box, and then we'll kind of put it together. All right, so here is essentially what comes in the box when you open it up. I smoked on it last night, so we don't get any pretty unboxing videos today. So of course you got your base, or what would traditionally be considered the base. You've got your stem, and then the holder to hold everything, and then your hose, and then you've got your coal holder, question mark. I don't know, we'll look at this. Well, I will start with this. So basically this is supposed to hold your coals. It doesn't work very well, but we'll look at it here in a bit. Let's look at the hose. So this is like a full rubber hose. It's not plastic, what you're kind of used to in the fancy hose brand or the D-hose brand. It's actually rubber. It's specifically for this hookah, so I doubt you'd be able to use it with any other hookah. But you can see there are threads there to actually let you screw it into the base itself. So you're not gonna be able to use this hose with any other hookah. But it's got a pretty wide gauge on it. It's not bad. It's got a real open draw as far as using this hose. When you get it out of the box, this mouthpiece here, which is like a metal of some kind, I'm not entirely sure, this is actually disconnected from this rubber. So just keep in mind, you are going to have to work that on there. It takes a little bit of time. It'll get on there eventually all the way, but just be prepared for that when you get it in the box. But it's a pretty nice hose, actually. I like it. I like it more than I've liked other hoses that I've gotten with some of my other hookahs, which is cool. So there's the hose. The only downfalls are you've got to attach these two pieces here, and then that this hose does not work with any other hookah. So there's the hose. Let's take a look at the actual base itself. So it's all glass. There's no seams. This does not unscrew. This is one piece of glass here. So on this side, this is where the hose would go in, and we'll do that. So you can see that that's where it screws into. So you would have kind of a hard time putting another nose in there. Another hose in there. So just be advised when you buy this that, I mean, you might be able to fit another hose in there, but you're gonna have to tissues or something else in there. However, I have a fix for this, so keep watching. Other side is your purge valve. There's a bearing in there, and then the top where you could fill it with water. Let's put this on here. Okay, so you got your stem here, which has a built-in diffuser. So you see kind of the holes there, and it does a pretty decent job. So all you do after you fill it with water, you do that. You get this nice and threaded on here, and that's it. You're good to go. Your whole hookah is here and ready to smoke. Of course, you gotta add the hose. So let's talk about this piece. So you can see it's completely flat. And it fits on here well if you have a bowl on it. But if you were to lift the bowl off to go do something else, like maybe you put some coals on this and then lifted the bowl, I wouldn't trust it. Because there's no edges, but I mean, it does work. It does need to be in the back position. If you put it to the side like this, it will move. But if you put it to the back, I guess it like screws it in a little bit. I'm not sure. It's really not that stable. I really wouldn't use it, honestly. And now I can't get it off. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's making fun of me right now. But anyway, there's that piece. It's pretty cool though. Pretty shiny. So let's talk about hose adapters. So when I bought this Hookah, I wanted to use it with 2 hoses. So as we discussed, this hose screws in here. And where your purge valve is, what you can actually do is go buy a Pharaoh's self-seal hose adapter. I'm going to link it in the description. So you take off this piece, which is where your purge valve was. And then you have this piece, which you get from Pharaoh's. So this is supposed to work for their hookahs, but it actually fits perfectly on there. So if you wanted to use your own hose, you just buy this adapter and then put the purge valve where this hose goes, and you're good to go. You can use your own hose, any hose with no tissues or paper towels or anything like that. The reason I did it is I wanted to have 2 hoses. So these both actually come with a bearing. So you put one bearing in this side, one bearing in this side, you're good to go. You got two smokers at the same time. So I think that's about it as far as taking a look at it. Let's put some water in it, heat up some coals, and let's get to smoking. So I got my setup here, as you saw in the cutover. Using a V-Trust 2. Cloud Features 2 with a Lotus on top, and I'm using 3 quarter moon coals, not all 4, 3. I find because I pack the bowl a little bit tighter probably than I should, that 3 or even 2 in most cases is enough to get a good hour smoke, and then it gives me the opportunity to put more on if I need another coal or 2. So this has been sitting for about 5 minutes as per the instructions for this particular heat management system. So let's smoke it. As you can see, I've had a couple hits off of it, but let's smoke it, see what we got. So as you can see, or maybe you can't hear it very well, but the diffuser does a pretty good job. You don't get a lot of that glug glug that you normally would with normal hookahs, or without a diffuser, I should say. So it does a good job with the built-in diffuser. I'm smoking Alfacher watermelon mint and some peach. I'm going to link to all this in the description, so if I pronounce something wrong or whatever, I'll have all the stuff. I usually buy most of my stuff from hookah-shisha.com. So all my stuff will be linked there. The suggestion for the hose adapter to get 2 hoses to work with this, that was given by Clay at hookah-shisha.com. Their customer service is just amazing. So I personally always buy from there, but you should be able to find all of this at any hookah place, pretty much. Like I said before, it's got a real good, it's got a pretty good open pull on it. Not a lot of pressure on the hose or anything like that. As you can see, it's pretty stable even with the bowl on it. It doesn't move a lot. A couple of things to mention. This whole, because this is all glass, it conducts the heat pretty well all the way through here. So if you could put some ice. I've seen a lot of people put ice in the bottom of this to kind of keep the base a little bit cooler. And I think I might try that here coming up, because last night when we were smoking on it, I noticed it got a little warm. Not warm as in burnt, but warm as in just the smoke. It's just warmer than I prefer, I guess is what I... I think that's about it. This is the junior version. So I think it's 11 inches tall. Check the description. The big one looked really cool, but it's about twice that size. So, but I wanted something smaller. I have a couple of big hookahs, so I wanted something smaller. So if you're looking for a small hookah to put on the desk or something like that, it's not quite as obvious, and it's kind of cool looking too. It's definitely a good choice. From the pictures I showed you in the beginning, I put blue food coloring in this last night. So blue, red, green, whatever food coloring you want to just put in the water to make it kind of look cool, you know, whatever. And then this company also does sell an LED, like a wheel that you put underneath it that kind of makes it glow from underneath. So, hope I didn't forget anything, but if you guys have questions, feel free to post them in the comments and I'll reply to them. Alright, have a great day.